Alrighty guys, I'm gonna go for a little day hike here. Not taking my regular pack, I just packed a light pack. I know there's a river a couple of miles down the road here. Shouldn't take me, a little over a half hour to get there. So we're gonna hike down to the river. I'm not sure if it's private property or not, but if it is, I just hope I don't get caught. I got my fishing license, so we're gonna go have some fun, see if we can catch a couple of fish to bring home and throw on the grill. Alrighty guys, I'm about halfway to the river. I'm just passing Claudia Sanders' dinner house, which was Colonel Sanders' wife from Kentucky Fried Chicken. It's Claudia Sanders' dinner house. I'm way down there around the corner, or around the curve from my apartment, so I'm probably about halfway to the river. I know that for sure that Claudia Sanders was Colonel Sanders' wife because I looked it up on the internet when the guys at work told me, and I didn't believe them. So this is probably where the original recipe started, was at Claudia Sanders. This place is very popular. Okay. Here's another look at Claudia Sanders before I go over the hill. Big place, packed with cars. Everybody in there eating chicken. So I'm heading on down here to the river. Like I said, I'm probably about halfway now. We'll check back with you in a minute. All right, I'm getting close. The river's down here in this valley that I'm coming up on. Probably less than a half a mile to go. So, boy, it really got warm when that sun come out. But the river's down there in the woods, in that wooded area. So once I get down there, I'll be in the shade. I'll be all right. It is just a nice, beautiful day. I mean, there's a couple of dark clouds looming around, like this one over here. Looks like it could sprinkle on you a little bit, but nothing to worry about. I'm good to go. Be there in a few minutes. Well guys, I made it to the river. I think I'm gonna explore upstream a little bit and see what I can find. It's kind of dried up, but at least I'm here. Well, I was gonna hike upstream, and I knew this river looked bigger from the bridge up top that I drove across. Well, I figured out that I hiked downstream a little bit instead first before hiking upstream, and I figured out that this is just a small tributary into the big river. So I'm gonna go back around, back up there, and see if I can't get across to that side and get on the main river. Well, I made it down to the river. I had to go up and across the road and back down to the other side, but it's a nice rocky spot down here. I've already seen a bluegill swimming up in there by the bridge, but there's a nice hole here, so I'm gonna get the shovel out and dig me up some worms and see what I can catch. Well guys, I've been out here fishing. Couldn't find any bait. Tried digging for some worms, didn't have no luck there. All I'm using for a fishing pole is a little piece of PVC pipe there with some thread wrapped around it, and I got my first fish. He's a big one, huh? Not very. You can tell by the size of the hook. We're gonna let him go and let him go back and get a little bigger. He is a bluegill. I caught him on a piece of aluminum foil paper from my cigarette pack, so they're hungry. Well guys, the fishing wasn't too great down here on the river today. I've never been here before. I wanted to come check it out, but like I said, I didn't bring a fishing pole. I brought a piece of PVC pipe, and here's what I did for bait because I couldn't find any worms. I took a fish hook and just wrapped some aluminum foil paper from my cigarette pack around it. Seemed to work pretty good. Got lots of bites, a couple of little ones. I didn't have a bobber, so what I keep my hooks and some sinkers and some sewing needles in is this little Crazy Glue bottle. Put that on my line for a bobber. Worked really good. I'm gonna have to let it dry out before I put the needles and hooks and X-Acto knife blades back in it, because I don't want them to rust, but because it got a little bit of water in it when I took it off. But no biggie, it'll dry. So I'm gonna head on back. It's starting to get dark out here. I mean, I wish I could have got a little farther away from the road, but it is what it is. I still had a lot of fun, and I'm gonna head on back to the house. I gotta get up and go to work tomorrow. So we'll catch you later. Alright, I'm heading back up to the highway. I had a lot of fun today. It was a good time down here. Didn't catch much of anything, a couple of little tiny ones. I showed you the one. Should have showed you the other one, but didn't matter. I didn't have much for bait today. I was planning on digging up some worms, but just too rocky. The soil's just too rocky down here, and I couldn't find anything. I tried turning over a bunch of rocks to see if I could find some worms under them, and no luck there. So, but the fish were real small anyway. I kind of figured that when I looked in here earlier, and I seen one that was probably about 3 inches. I mean, that's about the size of the ones I caught. So, but I had to come down here and try it and get a little dirt time in. It's nice to be out again. So I'm gonna head back up here and do the 2-mile hike back to the house. Ooh, I had to show you my little friend here. I don't think he, well, I know he sees me, but I don't think he thinks I can see him. Right there. If I was hungry, I'd have had fish and frog legs. There he goes. Back in the water, little guy. He's gone. Wow, deer tracks down here. The deer be down here, that's for sure, all over. There's some big tracks too right there. That is a nice sized deer track. Let me put my hand down there. That's a big buck. You can see how the toes spread out. It's because of the weight. The heavier they are, the more the toes spread out. That's a big buck. Been down all over through here. More tracks over here. Down here drinking. Can't say I blame them. I like water too. Well, that's it. There's the little river. I was actually on the other side of the road, but we're gonna head back. I got a 2-mile walk back now. So, not a problem. I can do that in 35 minutes probably. So, but I had a lot of fun. It's good to get out and get some dirt time and spend a little time with nature, even though I had to deal with traffic noise. It was just too thick back here in the woods to go back in very far from the road, but at least I checked out someplace new, and I know to go check out someplace else new next time. Alrighty guys, I'm almost back. Motel's right over there. I just happened to be walking along and found somebody's checkbook. It doesn't have a phone number on it, but it's got an address. I'm gonna see if I can't maybe look up a phone number online, and if not, I will try to drive to the address maybe next weekend when I have some spare time and try to return it. It was right just down the road from the Colonel Sanders' wife's restaurant, so I imagine they probably set it on top of their car and forgot it and drove off, and it blew off the car, and I just happened to find it on the side of the road. So it was, I mean, not even a city block from Claudia Sanders' restaurant. So I'm back here to the motel, And I'm gonna go in and search online and see if I can't find out who owns this checkbook. Obviously I've got my thumb over the person's name for anonymity. I'm sure they don't want to have the whole world know they lost their checkbook. But we're gonna get inside and I'll show you the other things that I picked up on my little walk today. Okay guys, I got back from my fishing trip, little hike. And here's some things I picked up just because they were there. Just to show you kind of things you can pick up. Just somebody else's trash. I got a nice chunk of rope here. It's actually 2 pieces. It was tied up a little bit. I untied it. This is a part of a strap. Figure, you know, maybe I can do something with that. This is a key ring, but it's got a cable on there. Nice molded fittings on the ends. And it's got a spring on the other end. I don't know what good the spring would be good for, but here's a couple of golf balls I found. Golf balls, some of them have like rubber band inside, but some of them actually have string inside, so there's a source of cordage. And then I found this here, some kid piece of yarn, a couple of popsicle sticks, more cordage. This beer can I picked up, it's got a top on it, nice container. I mean, you could actually boil water in it. It's aluminum. And then I found this bottle here. This is a glass bottle, but it's got some kind of clear liquid inside. And I smelled it, and it smells like alcohol. I mean, it smells like moonshine. I mean, I don't know if I'd trust drinking it, but I figure we would try and see if it burns. Because it smells like moonshine to me. It smells like liquor. So we're gonna see if it burns. No, it doesn't burn that way. But it smells like alcohol for sure, so let's try this. Get a piece of paper here. Well, no, not gonna burn. Oh well, it was worth a try. It smells like liquor. I mean, it's some kind of liquor in there. It's just not high enough alcohol content to burn. Actually, you know, maybe some of the alcohol evaporated out. Who knows how long that old bottle's been out there. I just happened to stumble across it in the woods. But it's a pretty cool little test anyway. I was planning on going out again this weekend, but I ended up working like 13 hours on Saturday. So I slept most of my Sunday away, and I had to do laundry too, so I just didn't make it back out. I finally got internet back. They supposed to have had it here, but for some reason I couldn't get it to work. And then finally Friday it started working. So I don't know if they restarted the modem or what, but it's nice to be able to put videos online again. So we'll see what we do with these things maybe in the future, and maybe I can show you, you know, what I've done with them or whatnot, and make that another video. So we will try to get this video put together and get it put online, and we'll catch you guys in the next video.